Hey there guys, and welcome back to some Factorio 0.17 vanilla. I'm Xterminator, and thank you for joining me. We are right back where we left off, and first order of business here is going to be adding just a little bit more power, just so we don't burn our power system out here when we add a few more things. But today I would like to work on trying to get some stuff for the rocket. We're obviously not going to get really close to actually getting the rocket, but I want to start working on that because that's our next logical step. So luckily, due to the changes for 0.17 research, which I touched on briefly before, is you can get the research before the rocket silo to actually get the rocket parts. We got the low density structures already and rocket fuel, so we need to now unlock the rocket control unit because this is our next thing that we would need to make the rocket. And the nice thing about this is, one, you can get them to use in other things first, but then also you can actually then start creating and stockpiling them before you even research the rocket. And depending on your timing and how fast you research and all that stuff, it's entirely possible you would actually have all the parts already made before you even get the silo, and then you just have to stick them in and it's good to go, which is really nice. So sorry, I had to yawn like really bad. We added a few more steam engines. It's not much. It's like another megawatt or two. This guy's still unloading, which is good because our coal was running super low. If you remember, we connected this up. One thing I forgot to cover that I did do off camera, and someone asked in the last episode, so thank you for pointing that out, is I did set up Lubricant. And actually I'm going to come over here and show you because I did a little simple bit of circuit stuff with pumps, or a pump rather. And this is something I forgot to mention that I did. So basically, what we have here is we have the heavy oil coming into this tank. There's actually two pumps. Heavy oil coming into this tank, and it is then flowing to, excuse me, lubricant, and then to the cracking for heavy oil. So what I've done is I've stuck a pump, and I really love this color. It makes me think of like some sort of like Powerade or something. But I've hooked a wire up from this pump to this lubricant tank. And the only reason it's on this power pole is for the reach. And so we can actually monitor. You can see here if you mouse over the power pole, it actually shows you what's in the thing that's connected, which happens to be this tank, which is 11,000 lubricant. But that's why we're using the power pole. So I've hooked this up, and it's basically reading the tank of lubricant, and it's saying if there is... Actually, I think I have this backwards, is what I've done. I believe. Maybe. No. I have this right. Sorry. My mind was backwards. Okay, so I'm reading the tank, and I'm saying if lubricant is more than 5,000 in this tank, then this pump can work. Which means that until this hits 5,000, this pump is not going to work. And this stops any flow. The pump kind of acts as a shutoff valve when it's not working. So this is going to mean that all the heavy oil flows to the lubricant. And then once it hits 5,000, it's going to turn on the pump, which is going to pull the majority of this heavy oil through into the cracking. The reason this is 11K, I think, is because it got up there before I actually added the pump thing. But that's kind of, there's many different ways you can limit this and stuff. It's probably not the best way ever, but it definitely works. And then this pump isn't actually hooked to anything. It's just to force the lubricant through because it's going a very long distance, and we were having some pipe pressure issues getting it down here. So that's kind of the deal there. So if we look, we already made these low densities, but we're going to need another build because the build we have is simply just for yellow science. And then also I need some stuff. That's what I need. I need lots and lots of stuff. I think we have lights. Did I put lights in the mall? I did. Light production, we actually need lights like placed in the mall too. But then we need rocket fuel, and we then also need these rocket control units we're about to unlock. So it's actually more lights than I needed. I thought I didn't have any. Let's go ahead and do that. Brighten this place up a bit. Most of this is covered pretty well. We don't want to hit down here though. So the rocket fuel, I think what I'm going to do, I originally was, remember, going to turn this build up here into solid fuel for the blue science, but I think what I'm going to do is just turn it into solid fuel and then solid fuel into rocket fuel for the rocket, because I think we actually don't even need that for solid fuel for blue science. Let's figure out where we can put some lights here. Just kind of some simple light placement here to make things a little bit brighter. Just stick one down there. These are not working because should be. Why is this taking? Excuse me. This is 100. Okay, this is like literally just filled up. All right. So let's get some more lights. Okay, so they turned off apparently. It's now daytime enough for them to turn off. But we'll stick a few more here anyway. For when the night does come back around. Make sure that we can actually see what we're doing. Okay, there we go. So let's work on this. Let's work on the rocket fuel production. I don't really feel like messing with low densities again at the moment. We have one of these. I think chemical plants and refineries are one thing I actually didn't automate. If I actually pick up the correct materials, they should be pretty easy to make though. Let's just pick all that up. I have so much junk in my inventory. Okay, let's just make a bunch of this. Probably gonna want more pipes. I have 30 of those. Let's grab like another 25 and then the rest of that. Okay, so like we're just gonna continue with what we were doing. We're gonna turn it literally everything into solid fuel, and then from that turn it into rocket fuel. Now, rocket fuel and solid fuel are pretty much a 1-to-1 ratio. Even the petroleum and solid fuel differences, or light oil to solid fuel differences, don't really matter here because they each only produce one solid fuel, even though the petroleum and heavy oil take twice as much input. We now have that. Let's just go ahead and unlock. Not that yet, apparently. It's pretty cheap to get those modules, though. It still outputs 1. So basically, every 2 seconds, we get one of these. And then this needs 10. Actually, I think they changed the speed of some of this, didn't they? They also changed the speed of the chemical plants. These used to be craft speed of 1.25, which matched up with the assembler 3, but the assembler 3s are actually faster now. So, although it may still, I think maybe that's why they lowered the time of this. I think this used to be like 3 seconds. Yeah, it did, because it was a 1-to-1 ratio. I think this is still gonna be a 1-to-1 ratio, but let's just calculate here really quick. So we need 10 every 30 seconds, and this takes 2 seconds, and with there being a craft speed of 1 on a chemical plant, it does actually take 2 seconds, base rate or not, because of the craft speed of 1. So with that in mind, that means that we make actually a little bit more, don't we? No, not quite. Okay, yeah, because we make 15 of this every 30 seconds, right? It takes 2 seconds to make a 1, and 2 goes into 30 15 times. But this is going to be an assembler something. It could be an assembler 3. It could also just be an assembler 2. But if we did an assembler 3, then I'm guessing this would take 20 seconds, more than likely. So we do this. Not quite. Pretty close. And we're also being attacked. That's cool. Jerk! Oh, he died. Oh, no. I thought he did die. We could make these. They're kind of expensive. I mostly just have the level 2s to work with, though. Let's go kill this stupid bug. I think we'll just do the level 2s, and that may actually bump it down to a, let's see. If we do 30 times what is it, 0.75? So it takes, what, 22 seconds thereabouts to make a rocket fuel in a level 2 assembler. So actually I think it would take 20 seconds, potentially, or less. I was doing my math wrong for the level 3s, but we'll do the level 2s anyway. I had some turrets. Oh, we have laser turrets. Heck yeah, let's do that. Let's see you stupid bugs come over here now. I'm gonna stick one up here too. It's weird that he came around this way. He would have had to like funnel through like half my stuff. I was using these to go kill stuff, but we can always make more, right? There we go. This is going to be in the way if we have to expand power even past this, but I don't know that we will. That's quite a bit of power still that we have potential for. Alright. So, level 2 assemblers, it's close enough, I guess, to be... Actually... Yeah, my math was wrong on multiple accounts, but we'll still work with these, because these are pretty expensive. This may actually... It's not... Yeah, it's kind of not quite a one-to-one. I'm actually tempted to do this, but we're going to need quite a few of these. I don't really have the stuff to support it, I don't think, because we're not even making speed models anymore. We're not making speed models, period. So it would actually take a fair bit to make all these. Yeah, we'll just do the level 2s for sure. Just do that. We got some inserters. I know I'm forgetting something. Some power poles would be good. That's what I was forgetting. Okay. So if we head up here, like I said, I didn't ratio all this out. I'd rather have too many than not enough, so I'm just gonna do this. Now, these are, let's see. Yeah, this is actually gonna take more than 30 seconds. $40. So in 40 seconds, we make 20 of these. So this is actually a 1 to 2 exactly. Okay, that works. How do we want to space this? Could do that. That's like a little much though. Can we even do this? No, we have to space these like way out. I think doing this works. Not really. We could output... We could do something like this, but that, I think, is even worse, to be honest. I guess we'll just do something like that. Okay, so that's that. If we do this... I mean, this is pretty far spaced out, unfortunately. Again, I don't know how many of these we can actually support. These actually... Yeah, let's just do them as close as we can. We'll just place the assemblers first and stick these every 2 to the best of our ability. 3 of these may actually be enough. Again, I'll just do a straight pipe here. Let's grab some inserters like that. And then this guy is gonna make rocket fuel. Whoop, wrong key. Okay, rocket fuel for these. Probably only need... Let's see. We actually may want advanced oil processing for this. This is 30, 30, and 40. Okay, what I'm gonna do is something like this, and I'm gonna do the heavy oil like this. It's kind of gonna be a little weird getting a heavy oil over here, but not too big of a deal. But that way, this leaves the rest of our space for the the light oil. Okay, so these are just gonna output here. This should be more than enough rocket fuel. At the rate we're going, this is going to get us enough rocket fuel to build, like, probably 2 rockets before we actually get the thing. And why is this taking so dang long? Holy cow. Our labs, like, not... We don't actually have any lab speed research, I don't think, or maybe just one. Which is probably part of the problem. Okay, so there's that. And then, so this guy, let's go ahead and get him run. Let's get all these pipes connected here. Boom, and then this guy can come to the next one. Pretty standard, just like we did on the normal oil build. Something like that, and then this one is gonna come 3 out. Making me confused just looking at this until we connect the straight pipes. All right. Oh, so much for your anti-pipe mixing, huh? We did manage to fix it. Oh, okay, so got all that. This guy needs to come over this like that. Is this actually, oh, none of these are powered, duh. Oh, yeah, let's do this. Straight pipe again. And then for the light oil, I'm just gonna double it. Like I said, I don't know if these ratios are right. We can add more. But what I do know is that the light oil requires half the amount of input as both these two. So whatever ratio we have, we're gonna need double that amount for light oil. Is basically my thinking here. And of course I ran this like literally straight through my build. I'm going to move you, sir. You are very much in the way of what I need to build. Okay, extremely in the way in multiple senses here. Okay, let's just... Where does this come over? This goes like, good lord, this goes way the hell over here. We can run it alongside this though. No big deal. Okay, so like that. I'm gonna do this just so it lines up there. I know it won't line up here, obviously, but oh. So at least make it line up to lube pipes for most of the distance. The module's done. I need to go ahead and switch that research over. Boom. I think that's a sound they introduced in 0.17 for like the fluids flowing into it. Is that the sound fluids actually make when they flow into a pipe? When it like pressurizes or something? Okay, let's get this now. I mean, it does take a minute, so I guess that's quite a bit. Okay, so that's like that. This thing, so we need double. What I'm gonna do actually is just... how many of these do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not counting the other one that's not connected. So if we do like 6 and then 6 again. So these may not match up exactly like those do, but pretty darn close. And you're gonna do light oil to solid fuel. You're gonna do rocket fuel. Yeah, this is gonna be so much. This is like way more rocket fuel than we need. Oh dear lord, we're not doing that. No, 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 no. Do not do that, game. It always pains me when I see that happen, making all those circuits or gears by hand. Okay. Let's just yoink some circuits. And actually, we're gonna get the inserters, but it would be good to have some circuits on us. Because clearly we didn't. Chem plants we're good on. Pipe we should be good on. Yeah, because I just picked up a ton. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not on the above ground. Okay, so we have all that. How's our power looking? Okay. By the way, if you didn't know or you didn't notice, you can click power poles from any distance. Or even through the map view, like once you zoom in. Which is really nice. Okay, so what is our production anyway? I really, really love these new graphs. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so yeah, let's just go ahead and hook these up. And basically, we'll just do trial and error here, trial by fire. See if if these ratios are like even remotely correct. I'm guessing they're not, but it's a good starting point at least. Like I said, it may be overkill in some areas or not. This one we can expand upward a bit. These we can expand down a fair distance. More than anything, I think that the light oil is actually going to not be enough, is kind of my thought. Let's actually connect the pipes first. Where do I want to connect this from? Maybe here-ish? Here, and then down, whoop. One too far, down over to here. And I will do a straight pipe here just to cover a little distance, like that. And here we go. I've sworn I like left a space there. In my mind I did. I guess that doesn't count. Alright. If only you could play like Factorio just with your mind, wouldn't that be cool? Play any game just with your mind. That's not bad actually. I like that. It's like a little like spaceship or something. Okay, and then this guy, so how are we doing that? We were doing like here, 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 and here. Sweet, that looks pretty dang good to me. Alright, and then this just needs to connect somewhere. Like here. So these are going. They're making stuff. Not enough stuff. I think I completely screwed my ratios, by the way. I think I very much messed up my ratios. I don't think so, though. Right? Because this takes 2 seconds. In this assembler, this is going to take... Now, if we were doing base rates, which I've done everything else off of, we probably should have, but... and one of these, it takes... Pretty sure it takes 40 seconds. Right? And in 40 seconds, we're going to make 20, and each one takes 10 solid fuel. Yeah, we're going to get there, right? I want to watch this because I'm like 90% sure I was right. Now, if we calculate this off base rate like we did everything else in the base, then it would not be a 1 to 2. It would be like a 1 to 1.5-ish. And we're not going to make it. Ah, did you see that? Perfect. On point. I didn't watch the other one. Maybe it was messed up, but that's pretty good. So, I see yellow here. Ooh, we turned on too much stuff. I'm going to have to add more power off camera. But, I mean, if you see, already we've made some odd amount of rocket fuel that I can't find. Made 24 in like a minute. We can actually look at our production for rocket fuel. Just jumping around a ton. Or just not happening at all. Where is it? Must be blind. Here we go. We're making like 30 some odd a minute. So, basically, I'm going to make level 3 productivity modules, even if I have to handcraft them to put in the silo, because that's huge, as I mentioned previously. That we want those in the silo, because that's going to reduce the materials we need for the rocket by 40%, which means it goes from 1,000 of each of these, 1,000 low densities, rocket control units, and the other things, rocket fuel, to make a rocket. It goes from 1,000 of those down to 715. Let's round it up. I think it's like 714 point something, but it's like 715 pieces down from 1,000, which is huge. So we should actually have that amount in no time. I'm just going to let this build up because that's all this build does. So any extra we can just put in trains or my car, because, you know, that's going to go well, or anything like that. But I think that's going to do it, guys. I'm pretty happy with this. We got our rocket fuel set up, so 1 down, 2 to go for the rocket parts. Once this research finishes, we can kick on this, which is going to take quite a long time. It's 1,000 cycles times 60 seconds and one of every pack except military. Thank God it doesn't take military anymore. We did make military, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hold up. Okay. We need a lot more for petroleum somehow? Oh no, I just didn't connect this like a dum-dum. Okay. partway through my outro. I saw it and I was like, I gotta fix it. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and questions below, and until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.